This is the moment you've been waiting for. Ducks coming in low and fast. Now, boy, go get 'em. And here's your reward for that long wait. Makes it worth every minute. Especially when you've got Red Cap to look forward to. An ale brewed to a man's taste and as satisfying as a good duck shoot. Red Cap is an ale drinker's ale with real hearty flavor. Red Cap. Red Cap Ale. The satisfying ale a man likes when he's thirsty. And believe me, Red Cap really satisfies that thirst. Next time you're ready for something better, something special, pour yourself a bottle of Red Cap, the real hearty ale with unmistakable character and flavor. It's brewed for a man's pleasure by the Carling Brewing Company of Cleveland, Ohio.
For about 70 cents, you can buy a can of soda, regular or diet. In Ethiopia, for just 70 cents a day, you can feed a child like Jamal nourishing meals. For about 70 cents, you can also buy a cup of coffee. In Guatemala, for 70 cents a day, you can help a child like Vilma get the clothes she needs to attend school. For about 70 cents, you can buy a pack of gum, plain or sugarless. In Central America, for 70 cents a day, you could help a child like Maria, who received an operation to restore her sight. Since 1938, Christian Children's Fund has helped children of many faiths and their communities with food, medical care, clothing, a chance to go to school, or whatever is needed most.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
Senior White House advisor, and a big part of her job for the past 8 months has been defending Trump in TV interviews.
There is no den she will not go into.
That may sound like the hardest job in the world, but Conway is ridiculously good at dodging tough questions, and it drives her interviewers crazy.
Kellyanne, that's not what I asked.
You're trying to distract from my question. You're answering the question I'm not asking. The question is...
So, how does she do it? What makes Kellyanne Conway such a nightmare to interview? Last December, ABC's George Stephanopoulos asked Conway a very simple question. Why does Trump falsely claim that voter fraud cost him the popular vote?
That claim is groundless. Isn't it irresponsible for a president-elect to make false statements like that?
Watch how Conway answers.
I think it's groundless for talk about fake news. The fake news is that somehow the popular vote is more important than the Electoral College vote now.
You catch that? Instead of answering, Conway goes in a totally different direction. Stephanopoulos tries again.
No one is questioning the victory. I said, is it appropriate, is it responsible for a president-elect to make false statements like that?
And again, Conway dodges.
Well, first, many people are questioning the victory. You've got people spending millions of dollars wasting money and time in the Clinton and Stein camps.
It's so frustrating. It's like watching someone try to staple Jell-O to a wall. I needed to talk to an expert, someone who had truly mastered the dark arts of verbal combat.
Hey, Carlos.
This is Seth Gannon, and at first glance, he might seem like a sweet, unassuming guy, but he's actually one of the most talented debaters in the country.
You are, true to form, far too kind.
He won the national debate tournament, the Super Bowl of competitive college debate, as a junior in 2008, and he made it to the finals again the next year. Here he is celebrating his big win, and here I am, still being a virgin in college. I was a late bloomer. Now Seth is a debate and public speaking coach, a professional smooth talker. So have you watched a lot of Kellyanne Conway interviews?
As much as I can stand.
Fair. What is her secret?
With any question, she is looking for an opening to take it somewhere else, especially if she can paint the administration as the victim. She's listening for concepts that she can latch onto and go on offense.
This is Conway's bread and butter. She hears a keyword or concept she can use, repeats it to sound like she's answering the question, and then introduces a total non sequitur to trip up the host. It's like really bad improv. Watch what Conway does when Chuck Todd backs her into a corner about the size of Trump's inauguration crowd.
Look, alternative facts are not facts. They're falsehoods.
Chuck, do you think it's a fact or not that millions of people have lost their plans, their health insurance, and their doctors under President Obama? Do you think it's a fact that everything we heard...
Oof, Conway. She's not actually answering Todd's question at all, but because she repeats his word, it kind of sounds like she is. Here's another one.
You don't know what his finances are because you haven't seen his tax returns either. So you don't know who's giving him
here's
money.
What I do
How do you
know?
know the government of Qatar hasn't given him $1 million?
Here's what I do know. I know we've got the Democrats on the run, running around to blue states like...
Did she wink? Did she seriously wink? Conway. Seth says Conway is essentially preying on an interviewer's natural impulse to be polite.
For the interviewer to insist again and again on the original question and to ignore 90% of what she said in the meantime is